Hi everybody, this is Ann with Fiber Designs by Ann, and today we're going to make this very pretty coil napkin ring that is made using fabric that's been stiffened with Material Arts, Material Magic, which is a spray fabric stiffener, and then just like quilled paper, we're going to quill the fabric and make it into little coils. Before you watch this video lesson on how to make this coiled napkin ring, you might want to go and see my lesson for how I cut the strips, how I prepare my paper cutter, and then cut the strips for these coils. To make this coiled fabric napkin ring, you will need a cardboard tube, toilet paper or paper towel, a container to corral the beads or a tray, a piece of freezer paper that measures 6.5 by 4.5 if you're using the toilet paper, or it can be longer if you're using a paper towel tube, a piece of parchment paper, some craft glue, and an iron. To prepare the tube, we're going to lay the freezer paper, and usually we use the freezer paper with the shiny side down, but this time we're going to use it with the shiny side up. So lay the freezer paper on top of your tube and wrap it around snugly. Now with a hot dry iron and the parchment paper, you're going to lay the parchment paper right over that seam, and you're going to touch it with the iron, so you're causing the freezer paper to adhere to itself. That shiny waxy part will close the seam. And I'll turn it around, make sure it's cool before you touch it. Lay the parchment paper on the other side and hit it with the iron again. Just make sure the seam's closed. I'm going to do that one more time so no glue will seep under that. And then our tube is covered and ready to be worked on. Now I'm going to decide how wide I want my ring, and you can make it wider. Here's a color ring that's fabric that I painted that's wider than the, see the difference? That's up to you. Takes a lot more coils, of course, if you go wider. So I'm going to start with my largest coils, and I'm going to put a fair amount of glue on there. You don't want it so wide that the coils slide around once this is standing up, but you want it to hold the coil completely. So I'll move it around in the glue a little. And then I will continue on with the large coils, and first I'll place my large coils, and then I'll place the next size coils by again putting down glue, wiggling the coil around, and I'll work my way all the way around. Instead of just doing one area, I'll go ahead and place them all the way around and then go to the next size. And they can slide around a little, so if they are sliding on you, you might have a little too much glue. And press them, and if the glue's the right amount, they'll set up after about 5 minutes and they won't be moving on you. And then I'll come around and place some more, keeping in mind the width of the ring. I like to put them at a diagonal. And then just filling in and filling in. And it's okay if there are some gaps. And I'll just continue on. Once this one is finished, and I'm sure that the coils aren't going to slide around anymore, I can go ahead and do another one. And if I'm on a paper towel tube that's longer, of course, I could do several of them. Just make sure that one is set before you touch it or move on to the next one so that it doesn't shift them around. And once the coils are all done in the ring, and I'm happy with the arrangement, I'll let this dry for 24 hours is good, And it'll still be a little flexible, but that's okay. Once it's all dry, I'm going to crack. You'll be able to hear the freezer paper and the glue separating from each other. I'll crack this around. You can slide the tube off sometimes and just bend the paper, but I like to recycle these, so I just try to bend it down. And then you can wiggle, and once that glue is loosened from the paper, you can wiggle that and pull the ring completely off. Now I'll take scissors or little snippers and just snip the glue that's in between these areas. And I will put this on probably my parchment or some kind of surface that won't get damaged, and use nail polish to harden it. Sometimes I'll take another layer of glue on the inside to help it stiffen, and then make sure the shape is nice. And you can spray a clear sealer on it if you'd like to do that. But nail polish is simple and fine and easy to get to. And I'll just do that on the outside, let it dry completely. Give it as many coats as you want until you get a piece that's firm and in the shape that you like. And then just find the nice napkin that you like and slide it on. And that's how easy it is to make this pretty coil napkin ring. If you like this lesson for making a napkin ring out of fabric coils, I hope you'll like it and subscribe. And stay tuned for some more lessons and ideas for using these coils in other art projects and home decor. This is Ann with Fiber Designs by Ann. Thanks for watching.